Hi guys, it's Crystal with Design Bundles. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a decal with Your Silhouette Cameo. So let's go ahead and get started. Over here in Silhouette Studio, we're going to start out by bringing in our design by going to File and Open, and then I'm going to search for my design. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this PNG right here, and I'm going to hit OK. Now I am using Silhouette Basic, so you can't use SVGs, but you can still cut with PNGs. So let's go ahead and size this down. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this down so we can visually see. And then I'm just going to use one of these little boxes over here in the corner to bring this down to size so we can work with it on the map. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get it about 6 inches, and that's exactly what I'm going to be cutting it today. So when it comes to my car decals, I like to do between 4 to 6 inches. So I've got mine at 6 inches wide and 5 inches tall. All right, so what I've done is I went ahead and put it on the mat where I want it to cut, and now we're ready to hit send. So I'm going to come right here, and I'm going to type in vinyl, and then I'm going to go ahead and look for, so for example, I'm doing vinyl glossy, so I'm going to click that here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and up my settings just a little bit to a 2, and then I'm going to change my force over here, just adding a little bit more. I'm going to give it about 11. Let's go ahead and load our material at this point on our mat. So I'm going to go ahead and just line this up. I have a 15 by 15 mat here, so you notice a little bit of a gap over there because I am using the Silhouette Cameo Plus. I'm going to go ahead and load this in here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and scoop mine back just a little bit. Now that was a little bit too far, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it back this way. So now we're ready to go ahead and head back over to the software and hit send. So right over here, you're just then going to hit the send button. It's super easy to use the software and send it straight over to your Cameo. This machine has a automatic blade, which means that it changes on its own. So it automatically, once we tell it the settings, it does that for us. All right, so now that everything is cut out, we are ready to unload it. We're just going to go ahead and unload it and take it back over here. So now we're going to go ahead and just remove it from the mat. I recommend just flipping it over. These mats from Silhouette are very pliable and easy to bend, and it really helps to not curl your vinyl. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and flip this back over, and let's go ahead and cut it down. So I'm going to go ahead and take my paper trimmer here and just cut away the excess. I like doing this over a pair of scissors because it's going to keep that nice straight edge for the next project. A lot less waste, if you will. All right, so let's go ahead and trim off this other side right here. I love using a pattern vinyl. So this, for example, is going to go on the back of a car. I'll show you at the end of the video what it's going to look like. It really comes out nice and pops on that black. So I highly recommend if you're using these for car decals to stick with either a white or something bright and vibrant like this. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and just quickly weed through all of this just like so. So at this point for your decal, you just want to weed everything out. Now a decal, it could be for your laptop, it could be a sticker if you will, all sorts of different things to use for these decals. So I'm going to go ahead and just get the rest of these little pieces right here. And now we're ready to apply our transfer sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this down. Now this one is from Caesar and it has lines in it. So if this is something you were going to sell, I would recommend finding something that was more clear, like a contact sheet or a transfer sheet that was just more clear, look more professional. All right, so at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and get this corner here, just kind of bend it a little bit and get it started. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just peel this back here. And then you're just going to go ahead and go down like a taco right in the center and then fold out. And then at this point, you just want to take a squeegee. You can use a driver's license, you know, an old gift card, all sorts of different things. You just really want to rub this thing so that way it will attach to the transfer sheet. So that way it's a whole lot easier to apply to whatever you're applying it to, a car, laptop, whatever it may be. Especially for somebody, if you're selling these, they don't want to fuss with it not coming off. All right, so at this point, if it's something for sale, you want to go ahead and trim it down and make it look a whole lot nicer. So I'm going to go ahead and remove some of this excess and just make it a lot more uniform. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean this up. Now, if this is for yourself, you obviously don't need to do this part and you can definitely skip it. All right, so that's it. So at this point, you'll be able to just kind of fold it over and peel it just like so. I'm going to show you guys here at the end an example of what it looks like on my daughter's car. They're super easy to apply. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.